In today's video, we're going to be talking about the #1 time management that every restoration company needs to deploy into their business. Guys, have you ever wondered where the time went? Where did the month go? What did my guys do today? Well, guess what? I've wondered the exact same thing. And listen, the most successful people in the world, they also have 24 hours in the day, just like you and I do. So why is it that some people get so much more accomplished than others? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. We're going to be talking about time blocking and time management. And you already know that this is a big deal, okay? But still, it feels like some ghost that we're grasping at times. In today's video, I'm going to try and give you a simple framework of what I've done and what I do at my companies to establish time blocks and tell people what they need to do and know what they're doing when they need to be doing it. If you own a restoration company or any business for that matter, you don't want to miss this video. Let's go. It is so important that you, as the owner, have a crystal clear understanding of what everybody does with their time. And this is why I want the things to be time blocked. Y'all have heard me mention time blocks, correct? Like you show up, and what time do you get to the office? And if so, between 7:30 and 8:30, what do you do? Between 8:30 and 9:45, what do you do? These are time blocks. Are we clear? You've got to have it blocked off. What does the day look like? I am telling you, like, that's how I know what you do for a living. That's how I know what you do within my business. If I go to look at your time block and there's nothing there, how can I have any trust of what you are doing? If you don't have an accurate time block, you've got an 8 to 5 time block, which means a big ass question mark on what that person does for me. And the most irresponsible thing that pisses me off is, I do anything you need, boss. That's what I do. That's a cop-out. And that's not them, that's you. Because you need to know. Because at some point, heaven forbid, your right hand turns out to be a fraud and you got to get rid of them. You need to know exactly what you need to do. And this all starts, guys, that's the reason why I wanted to see your meeting agendas. Y'all remember that? Like, it goes all the way back down to that. What does your weekly meeting agenda cadence look like? Who does what? Because everybody that runs a meeting, they own a report, okay? Has anybody worked in a real business on this call? Like, work for a real company? They'll have someone that does a report, and there'll be an owner of that report. That person is responsible for the data on there, gathering it, calculating it, answering all the questions for that report. Does that make sense? One person owns that report. You can't just let that person own the report and not have any idea how the hell they come up with it. This is you being held hostage by the owner of that report. Does that make sense? Now, here's another thing. I've told you guys, you don't need procedures. Y'all have heard me say that. That's true to a point. But here's where procedures, most people need procedures, but not the procedures they need and not when they need them. Here's where you really need procedures. In a situation where your company is doing things now differently than it did when you were doing it, that's when you need procedures. You need to know what they are doing, so if and when you need to cut loose, you know exactly how to jump back in and perform that. Are we clear? That's when you need procedures. And guys, so this is why I call a time block, and we have recurring task, and it's in ClickUp. Marissa, you use ClickUp. So in ClickUp, if they are going to execute something in Dash or something in whatever software you're using, I like a task in ClickUp on a routine, repeat basis. So the actual SOP, here's what I like, Marissa, just so you know. I want a video screen share recording of the person doing the task, walking me verbally through everything they are doing on that task. Does that make sense? So if and when that person's out, I can just go to the task. I assign their task to me, so I already know the frequency, and all of the instructions are right then and there at that moment. Does that make sense? This is what I call documentation. And it's not written out, it's literally, because when you watch someone do their job, you shadow them, correct? You shadow them. Doing a screen share and that person explaining it, that is shadowing the video recording. That is the procedure that everybody here needs. These people need to be doing a screen recording. It's called Loom, LOOM.com. Loom or Screencastify. And they should literally be recording everything they're doing and talking to the camera as they're explaining every click on the mouse. It's real simple. It starts with a time block. Every single role, like you guys have heard me say, a dispatch view. You walk in, you look at what? Your pending sales, your dispatch view. That's one view. What pipeline do you look at? And this is all coming to light. I just hate that we had to lose some people in order to like make it so super important, but we have, and now we're here. And guys, in this middle management layer, these guys can be really productive or really non-productive. Like they can be incredibly productive or a complete waste of 6 figures. So the best example that I can think of, and maybe if you guys want, I'll show you what they look like, but I can show you like what was our time block for our coordinator. When she got in, I already had a list of things that needed to be done. We were checking our email between this time. We literally checked our email 6 times a day, guys. 6 times in a certain period of time. Like it was a task to check the email at 7:45 in the morning, like 9. We checked it back at 11. We checked it after lunch, checked it at 2, and checked it at 4:30. Does anybody want to know why we check our email so much? One plumber decided to refer us jobs via email. These were all recurring tasks. So if and when someone was out, all we did was assign all of their stuff to the next person or to me, and I had everything I needed to do their job right there at my fingertips. Are y'all following me? This is super important. It gets more difficult when the company's small because one person does so much, it becomes crucial as the company gets bigger. Hey guys, real quick, in case you didn't know, I help people just like you grow and scale your water damage restoration business. If you are interested in me helping you grow and scale your company, go to workwithshane.com. We hop on a 15-minute call to see if we're a good fit. Workwithshane.com. Now, let's go back to the video. Each one of you will have different applications or questions. Where would I use something like a task management like ClickUp? If you are already using a job management software, that's great. There's things that you have to do in your business that aren't related to a specific job. Problem is, those things are dedicated to put tasks on jobs, and we're talking about stuff that aren't jobs, right? Like getting your tires rotated. Now, what I would do, I'd create a job called miscellaneous shit, and I would just put all my tasks on the miscellaneous job. Does that make sense? The most simple thing is Todoist. That's a recurring to-do list app. Well, that would probably be the easiest. I can Todoist. That's what we used to like. It's the easiest repeating. Like you just create repeating tasks in Todoist, and it's just super simple. Okay, ClickUp, bit of a bear to get started. But like that's how we started doing water jobs. I created my checklist in Todoist in the very beginning. But if I can just give you guys any advice, it's going to be get your stuff, start screen recording everything you do, and talk to the thing as you're doing it. And do it with a time block. Does that make sense? And a time block being, if you're going to do 24-hour or 48-hour calls or whatever it is you're going to do with your business, that's going to occur on a recurring time block. So you have to block your time, number 1, and honor it, number 2. If you don't block it, you can't honor it. And this is so important. Like literally, I put my workouts on there. Like my sales guys, like if they are going to the doctor, they create a time block that says, I'm going to the doctor on the Google Calendar. Why? So we don't accidentally book something on their calendar at that time. And you will be so surprised at how much more productive you can be whenever you do that. Guys, if you didn't already know, the 2 biggest problems you're going to have in owning a restoration company are this. Number 1, getting consistent water damage jobs coming in the door. Number 2, getting paid what you're worth for those water damage jobs. For that reason, I'm addressing both those problems with these videos to my left or right. On one side, it's about getting jobs. On the other side, it's about getting paid. Go over there, click the link. I'll see you in the next video.